Hello and welcome to Travel in Chinese. I'm Mark Rosewell, better known as Dashan. We've been learning some useful phrases like 尽量 to do something to the utmost. 我会尽量 I'll try my best. 但我没有把握 but I'm not very confident. I'm not sure. 我没有把握. Xue Mei in the previous lesson was having her laundry done. She gave specific instructions so the clothing didn't 缩水 shrink in water. 当然洗完要熨好. Of course, after they're washed, they should be ironed. 洗完要熨好. Well, let's see how they did with her laundry. Let's go and watch today's dialogue.
你好，我是客房部经理。听说您洗的衣服有问题。
是的，我的这件衬衫没有洗干净。
哦，这就是那块酱油污渍。我们可以把衬衫再洗一遍。
OK， 谢谢。
很抱歉，我们可以免收您的洗衣费用。
好的，谢谢。
不客气，再见。
哎，老驾，我还有一个问题。
您请讲。
我们房间的抽水马桶漏水，而且越来越厉害。
真对不起。
已经2天了，睡觉的时候很吵，而且也浪费水啊。
您说的对，我们马上派人去修。
好的。
Okay, now let's go over this dialogue in some detail. In today's dialogue, the hotel manager calls Xue Mei to discuss the problem with the laundry. She is the 客房部经理. Jingli is a manager, in this case, the person responsible for 客房, the guest rooms. 听说您洗的衣服有问题. I hear that there's been a problem with your laundry. That's right, she says. 衬衫没有被洗干净. The shirt was not cleaned. It may have been washed, 洗, but it was not cleaned, 洗干净. The stain is still there. The manager knows just what she's talking about. 那块酱油污渍, that soy sauce stain. 污 is something dirty. 污渍 a stain.
你好，我是客房部经理。听说您洗的衣服有问题。
是的，我的这件衬衫没有洗干净。
哦，这就是那块酱油污渍。我们可以把衬衫再洗一遍。
The manager suggests, 我们可以把衬衫再洗一遍. We can wash the shirt again. 再 indicates again. 再洗一遍. Wash it again. For example, we could say, 再读一遍. Read it again. 再说一遍. Say it one more time. We learned this sentence structure using 把 in a previous lesson. This is a way to put the object before the verb. It's one way that you can put more emphasis on the object. 把衣服洗干净. To clean the clothing. 把衣服洗干净. 把这句话再说一遍. Say this sentence again. 把这句话再说一遍.
我的这件衬衫没有洗干净。
哦，这就是那块酱油污渍。我们可以把衬衫再洗一遍。
OK， 谢谢。
我们可以免收这次的洗衣费用. We can cancel the laundry charge this time. 免 means to avoid or to do without. Here, 免收 to not collect, to avoid collecting, to not collect, no charge. 免费 would be no charge, for free. This is like a short form of 免收费用, or simply 免费. Here's a related vocabulary item. 免洗, to not require washing, something that you don't have to wash. 免洗.
很抱歉，我们可以免收您的洗衣费用。
好的，谢谢。
不客气，再见。
That sounds okay, but there is another problem. 劳驾, this is a good polite way to attract someone's attention or to ask for help. 劳驾, 抽水马桶漏水. The flush toilet is leaking. 马桶 is a toilet. 抽水马桶, flush toilet. It's been leaking for 2 days already, and 越来越厉害了. It's getting worse and worse. 越来越 is a very useful pattern for describing something that is getting more and more of some way. 越来越好, better and better. 越来越坏, worse and worse. In this case, it's 越来越厉害, worse and worse, the more and more severe. Now we're going to learn a little bit more about this pattern later on. 厉害 means severe or to a severe extent, like 他病得很厉害. He's gravely ill. He's very sick. 他病得很厉害.
哎，老驾，我还有一个问题，
您请讲。
我们房间的抽水马桶漏水，而且越来越厉害。
真对不起。
而且 is another way of saying furthermore or in addition. 夜里睡觉的时候很吵，而且也浪费水呀。It's very noisy at night when we're sleeping. Furthermore, it wastes water. Here the character 费 is used as a verb. It doesn't mean the same thing as 费用, which we learned above. As a verb, 费 means to waste or to expend. We could say 费钱, to waste money. But note here, this doesn't always mean that you're wasting money, just that you had to spend a lot of money to buy something. 费钱. Well, Xue Mei is having a lot of trouble, but she's getting a good response from the hotel management. 我们马上派人去修. We'll send someone to fix it right away. 派 is to send or to designate someone. In a previous lesson, Huang Renhao said, 我是公司总部派来的. I was sent here by the head office of the company. Okay, let's go back and watch that part again.
已经2天了，睡觉的时候很吵，而且也浪费水啊。
您说的对，我们马上派人去修。
好的。
Okay, let's take a bit of a break now and talk about some of the background issues that we came across in today's lesson. You know, there's a wide range of hotel accommodation in China and a correspondingly wide range of services offered in these hotels. The low end of the scale can be very basic, and it's usually difficult to find any English service or Western amenities at all. For example, many low-end hotels in China may not even serve coffee with breakfast, as of course most Chinese prefer tea. But when we look at the opposite end of the spectrum, the five-star hotels in major cities like Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou, the sky is the limit in terms of service and cost. In my personal experience, service at five-star hotels in China actually exceeds what you would normally find in the West. Now, most of the better hotels in China are rated according to a five-star system. These are what we call 星级酒店. They're star-rated hotels. The low-end hotels are sometimes not even rated, so even a 1- or 2-star hotel has to maintain a certain minimum level of service. These standards are enforced by the tourism authorities in China. Many 4- and 5-star hotels are run by international hotel chains, and they maintain a level of service that you would expect to find anywhere in the world. Most of these would include, for instance, satellite television, 卫星电视, or laundry service, 洗衣服, even dry cleaning, 干洗, foreign currency exchange, 换钱, and of course, restaurants serving Western as well as Chinese food. Many will even accept foreign credit cards and have extra services like a fitness center, 健身中心, with gym equipment and a swimming pool. Internet access is becoming more and more common in Chinese hotels, either at a centralized business center, 商务中心, or directly from the room through a high-speed internet connection, what we call 宽带, high speed or broadband. When dealing with five-star hotels, you can increasingly assume that they will have all of these services. The very top-end hotels also increasingly offer services like childcare and facilities for people with disabilities. Of course, as is the case anywhere in the world, services and products offered for sale inside the hotel will often be more expensive than similar products and services sold outside. You pay for the convenience. Now let's take a closer look at some of the language points that came up in today's dialogue. For example, 而且, furthermore. We could say, 这里离市中心比较远，而且交通也不方便. It's relatively far to the city center from here, and transportation is not convenient. 这里离市中心比较远，而且交通也不方便. It's relatively far to the city center from here, and transportation is not convenient. Here's another example. 他会开车，而且还会自己修车. Not only can he drive a car, he also knows how to repair cars. 他会开车，而且还会自己修车. Not only can he drive a car, he also knows how to repair cars. Here's another example. 她会跳舞，而且歌也唱得不错。She can dance, and she also sings pretty well. 她会跳舞，而且歌也唱得不错。She can dance, and she also sings pretty well.
哎，老驾，我还有一个问题。
您请讲。
我们房间的抽水马桶漏水，而且越来越厉害。
真对不起。
Here's another language point. 派 to send or to designate somebody. For instance, we could say, 他是公司派来的. He was sent by the company. 他是公司派来的. He was sent by the company. Here's another example. 我们会很快派人来和您联系. We'll send someone very quickly to contact you. 我们会很快派人来和您联系. We'll send someone very quickly to contact you. How about this example? 别着急，我们会派专家去把电脑修好。Don't worry, we'll send an expert to fix the computer. 别着急，我们会派专家去把电脑修好。Don't worry, we'll send an expert to repair the computer.
已经2天了，睡觉的时候很吵，而且也浪费水啊。
您说的对，我们马上派人去修。
好的。
Now let's take a specific grammatical pattern from today's dialogue and do a little bit of substitution. 越来越, that means more and more, increasingly. For example, 他会说的句子越来越多. Now it literally means he can say more and more sentences, but normally in English we just say he can say more and more all the time. 他会说的句子越来越多. He can say more and more. Normally in English, we wouldn't specify he can say more and more sentences, but that's implied. Here's another example. 这种样式的衣服越来越受欢迎. This kind of clothing, or this style of clothing, is more and more popular. It's increasingly popular. 这种样式的衣服越来越受欢迎. This style of clothing is increasingly popular. Okay, let's try some substitutions now with 越来越.
天气越来越冷了。
天气越来越冷了。
他做的菜越来越好吃了。
他做的菜越来越好吃了。
我是客房部经理，听说您洗的衣服有问题。
是的，我的这件衬衫没有洗干净。
哦，这就是那块酱油污渍。我们可以把衬衫再洗一遍。
OK， 谢谢。
很抱歉，我们可以免收您的洗衣费用。
好的，谢谢。
不客气，再见。
哎，老驾，我还有一个问题。
您请讲。
我们房间的抽水马桶漏水，而且越来越厉害。
真对不起。
已经2天了，睡觉的时候很吵，而且也浪费水啊。
您说的对，我们马上派人去修。
好的。
Well, it seems Xuemei did have some problems with the laundry. 缩水了, it shrank in water. And she had more problems. 马桶漏水了, the toilet is leaking. But when she makes a complaint, she does get a satisfactory answer. 免收洗衣费, no charge for the laundry. 马上派人去修, we'll send someone to fix it right away.